Yo, guys and girls, where the heck have we been? Well, we're still traveling Australia. Just got behind on everything. Pretty much, to be honest, we took on too much. Well, I took on too much. Trying to get video footage, trying to take photos, trying to run the business, trying to travel, trying to see everything, trying to homeschool. It just all got a little too much. And the thing that I was spending the most time on trying to do editing and that, because I'm not that good at it, to be honest, is YouTube. I'd spend the whole day sometimes too trying to get stuff right. So that was the thing that went. So we pushed it to the side. I think when we left off, we were at Point Turton in South Australia. I'm going to catch us up. So I'm going to catch us up from there to where we are now. And if you don't know where we are now, maybe that'll give you a little hint. But there's a lot of stuff. So the next episode, possibly the next one after that, will just be a catch up to get you up to speed to where we were or where we are. And then we'll roll on from there. So stay tuned and check out where we've been. So Point Turton on the Yorke Peninsula in South Australia. This was a great little caravan park that we stayed at with a jetty right out the front. We watched the stingrays come right up close to the jetty. You could actually go down and touch them. We caught a few squid off this jetty. It was just such a beautiful little town that we like walking around and checking out the views. From Point Turton, we headed over to Edithburgh, but we had a little incident. As you can see from these photos, we actually damaged our awning on the side of the caravan. Pulled up on the side of the road and caught the awning on a bloody Stobie pole, and it ripped it from its mounts. This was our first major drama that we had while on the road. So once we got to Edithburgh, we actually organised to get the awning fixed in 10 days. We love this little town. It was such a beautiful place. It was a bit of a surprise to us. We've lived in South Australia for quite a long time, and we've never actually been here. We like going down to the jetty and doing a bit of squidding. We also made friends with one of the local residents, the seal. He was there pretty much every day that we went down to the jetty. He also tried to attack me at one point because I got a little bit too close, but you can see he was laying around just sleeping most of the time. Now, we did get out and doing a little bit of adventuring. We found this place, the Pink Lake, or what we call the Not-So-Pink Lake. We also went and hit up Innes National Park, right down the bottom of Yorke Peninsula. This place was absolutely amazing. We found the lighthouse, we've seen some beautiful views, we found some people surfing, and it was just a really good day. We spent the whole day out in the park looking around at all the different places. We found the shipwreck and the anchor. We also came across a bushfire, which there will be a picture coming up soon, where it completely blacked out the sky. They did it burn off in the national park, but we got so many cool photos. It was just a really good day out, and highly recommend that if you're going down to the Yorke Peninsula, you must check out Innes National Park. From Edithburgh, we headed down to Port Vincent. Now, we stayed here for a few days. We actually caught up with some friends of ours from the Barossa. They come up and stayed with us. It was starting to get pretty cold, and we actually started getting sick at this point. So it was a beautiful place, but the weather was definitely starting to change. So from here, we actually stopped at Port Clinton quickly to get our awning fixed before heading on to Victor Harbour. Now, Victor Harbour was outstanding. It was a beautiful place. We had probably one of the tightest caravan park spots that we've ever had in our life. It took us a 300-point turn to get in. But the one beautiful day that we had there, we got to go out and explore Granite Island. It's such a beautiful little island. There is so many different vantage points from it. It was an absolutely sunny day after being freezing cold the whole time that we were there. So we really enjoyed getting out and walking around and just seeing all what the local area has to offer. Harbour to Normanville, we had another little incident with our van. We had a leaking hot water service, which ended up just being a seal. We did trip out to the hills there and look at one of the waterfalls. A beautiful little spot. It was definitely getting into autumn time, winter time. It was cold and the leaves were all falling off the trees. It was a very beautiful place, but just very, very cold. Normanville, there wasn't a lot there, but the sunsets at this place were next level. You'll see from these photos that we were amazed at just the colours and the jetty and the sand. It was just such a beautiful spot for sunsets. Normanville to McLaren Vale. So this was our next destination. We got to check out the local winery area, the Cube. We also went out to a restaurant. We were lucky enough that we got to stay at a place called Serafino's. Nat's parents had their 50th wedding anniversary here, so we got all dolled up for the night and had an amazing meal and good food and drinks with the family. We then headed off back to the Barossa, where we stopped quickly. We picked up some parcels where you can see some stuff from our sponsors, and then we headed off. We headed off to Woomera. This was our first stop in the destination as we were heading up towards the Northern Territory. So a great place to check out. Definitely recommend going there and having a look at the history that they got there. All the planes and the military stuff. Our next stop was Coober Pedy. Such a wonderful, weird little town. Like, it's just something very unique. We ended up going down into a mine shaft and having a look around at some opal. We got to look around the town. We did a tour. We also went and checked out one of the local opal shops. Went out to the golf course, which was pretty unique in itself. We did a bus tour that took us out to some of the working mine sites, and we got to see what it was. This place is just very unique. It's just something that we've never seen before, and we quite enjoyed our time here. It was pretty bloody hot during the day, but the nights were very cold. And the caravan park that we stayed at the Oasis there it was a really good park, and we highly recommend staying there if you're ever coming through Coober Pedy. Another quick note was the pizza that we had from the local shop there was probably the best pizza we've ever had. So if you're in Coober Pedy, you must get pizza. Our first free camp on our way up to the Northern Territory was this little place called Agnes Creek. It is ultimately the best free camp that we've found along this road, and highly recommend staying here. It's definitely a beautiful spot and lots of room to move around. And last but not least, this is the Northern Territory border. So we are now moving over into the Northern Territory, and you will see our adventures in the next episode. So we're going to leave it at this point now. Enjoy the last few clips, and we'll check you on the next video. Cheers, guys.